The 10 most impactful prophetic visions of Revelation. The book of Revelation, also known as the Apocalypse, is one of the most profound and symbolic texts in the Bible. Written by the Apostle John during his exile on the island of Patmos, this book presents prophetic visions that reveal the ultimate triumph of good over evil, the final judgment, and the establishment of God's eternal kingdom. Let us explore the 10 most impactful prophetic visions described in this powerful and mysterious book. 1. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. One of the most striking visions in Revelation, described in Revelation 6-8, is that of the Four Horsemen. They symbolize divine judgments that will unfold across the earth. White horse, the rider represents conquest, carrying a bow and wearing a crown. This symbolizes dominance and the spread of power, which often brings war and suffering in its wake. Red horse, symbolizing war, the rider carries a sword, representing bloodshed, violence, and widespread conflict among nations. Black horse, this horse and its rider represent famine. The scales in the rider's hand symbolize economic instability and severe inequality in resource distribution. Pale green horse, representing death, this horse brings disease, plague, and widespread mortality, with Hades following closely behind. Many believe these symbols are reflected in various historical and contemporary global crises, such as pandemics, wars, and economic collapses, serving as reminders of the fragility of human existence. 2. The Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation, described in Matthew chapter 24 verses 21-22, and Revelation chapter 7 verse 14, is a period of immense suffering and chaos. Jesus himself foretold this event, "For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. This time will be marked by intense persecution, natural disasters, and immense spiritual and physical suffering." However, the prophecy also brings a message of hope. Those who remain faithful and endure will be saved and rewarded. In Revelation chapter 7 verse 14, it says, "These are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." Even today, persecuted Christian communities around the world face trials that echo the tribulations described in this prophecy. 3. The 7 bowls of God's wrath. The 7 bowls represent God's final and most severe judgments upon humanity, described in Revelation chapter 16 verses 1-17. Each bowl brings a devastating consequence. 1. Painful sores on those who worship the beast. 2. Seas turn to blood, killing marine life. 3. Rivers and springs turn to blood, contaminating drinking water. 4. The sun's heat intensifies, causing extreme burns. 5. The beast's kingdom is plunged into darkness. 6. The Euphrates River dries up, preparing for the final battle. 7. A massive earthquake and hailstorm devastate the earth. Despite these judgments, the chapter emphasizes God's continued mercy for those who choose repentance over rebellion. 4. The mark of the beast. In Revelation chapter 13 verses 16-17, the mark of the beast is described as a symbol of allegiance to the Antichrist. Without it, no one will be able to buy or sell. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark. This mark represents control, idolatry, and a spiritual compromise with evil. Revelation chapter 14 verses 9-10 warns, "If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they, too, will drink the wine of God's fury." The prophecy serves as a timeless warning against systems of control and idolatry, urging believers to remain faithful to Christ. 5. The beast and the false prophet. In Revelation chapter 13 verse 18, the beast is identified with the infamous number 666, symbolizing imperfection and rebellion against God. The beast represents oppressive political power, while the false prophet acts as a religious leader who performs deceptive miracles to lead people astray. Their fate is sealed in Revelation chapter 19 verse 20. But the beast was captured, and with it the false prophet. The two of them were thrown alive into the fiery lake of burning sulfur. This vision assures believers that deception and corruption will ultimately be destroyed by God's judgment. 6. The Battle of Armageddon. The Battle of Armageddon, mentioned in Revelation chapter 16 and 19, represents the final confrontation between good and evil. The term comes from the Hebrew Har Megiddo, meaning Mount of Megiddo. In Revelation chapter 19 verses 11 to 16, Christ returns riding a white horse, leading heavenly armies in a final battle. I saw heaven standing open, and there before me was a white horse, whose rider is called Faithful and True. The beast and false prophet are defeated and thrown into the lake of fire, marking the definitive victory of God over evil. 7. The destruction of Babylon. Babylon symbolizes corruption, materialism, and spiritual rebellion. In Revelation chapter 17 verse 5, she is described as Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes and of the abominations of the earth. Her fall is narrated in Revelation chapter 18 verse 2. Fallen. Fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling for demons. This prophecy warns against systems built on greed and moral decay, showing God's righteous judgment against corruption. 8. The Final Judgment. In Revelation chapter 20 verses 11 to 15, all humanity stands before God for judgment. Books are opened, including the Book of Life. Those not found in it are cast into the lake of fire. Anyone whose name was not found written in the Book of Life was thrown into the lake of fire. This marks the eternal separation of good and evil and the beginning of God's eternal reign. 9. The New Heavens and the New Earth. In Revelation chapter 21 verses 1 to 4, John describes a renewed creation. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. This vision represents the fulfillment of God's promise, a world restored to perfection, where He dwells among His people. 10. Christ's victory over evil. In Revelation chapter 19 verses 11 to 16, Christ's triumphant return is described vividly. His final victory ensures the defeat of Satan, the Antichrist, and all evil powers, establishing His eternal reign. A message of hope and redemption. The book of Revelation, while filled with intense imagery and warnings, is ultimately a message of hope. It assures us that God's justice will prevail, evil will be defeated, and a new, perfect creation will emerge. Revelation challenges us to remain faithful, trust God's promises, and live with eternal hope. May these prophecies inspire perseverance and deepen our faith as we await the fulfillment of God's perfect plan. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the book of Revelation. May God bless you abundantly and guide you in every step of your journey.